Sports show bar none. You are now in the Beatdown.
You wanna get beat down?
Let us now introduce you to your host, the Badger, and
Listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's time for some therapy. It's time for y'all to come into the Beatdown. Get introduced to the best late night combat sports show, bar none, baby. Hi. So, I'm Brew. This is the Badger. What you got, bro?
Man, I got a lot of reasons to be thankful today. One of them because I'm here with you on this show, man. It's time for therapy. It's been a long day, but hey, another day above ground beats any day below ground. So I'm here for it, brother.
That's true. Listen, there's a lot of crap going on. Khabib's back in training. That's major because a lot of people were saying he really just wasn't going to fight again. Dealing with the loss.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's the thing.
Yeah. So to hear he's back in training, that was good to hear. And I mean, if you're into Major League Baseball, it's Florida Marlins, 305, 11 players, COVID-19, 2 coaches.
Damn.
Yeah. What?
Is that so? What's up, Pops? What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, sis?
What?
Man, I'm just so blessed you're here. Look at that. Oh, man. She made my evening. Look at that. What's going on, man?
Oh, goodness. Look, we can retire now for real.
We good. We done made it. We've arrived now.
Made it.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
I used to talk to one of her friends and say she only gonna be up this late for a reason. The fact that she's tuning in to watch us, I got tears in my eye.
I mean, that's what your big sister's supposed to do, man. I ain't surprised. She came through. I ain't surprised.
Thank you, Miss Joe.
So
wow. I really can't stop smiling. Now, her and my dad watching the same show, we can't let them two meet up. Go ahead.
No. Listen, it's a thing. But check this out, though, man. I didn't see the whole Florida Marlins thing. So what happened? So everybody tested positive on the team? Is that what you're saying?
11 players are positive on the team and 2 coaches. Listen, it was so bad the Yankees were supposed to play the Phillies today, right? Well, the Marlins were in the visiting dugout last night, and the Yankees said, "We ain't going there." They canceled that game, and the Orioles were supposed to fly to Miami to play for Miami's home opener today. The Orioles flew back home.
Listen, we should laugh like this because we live here, man. But Florida is terrible, man. We got the most COVID cases in the country outside of California, and that's a terrible thing because Texas got twice as many people as us, and we got more COVID cases than them. That's a problem, bro. This is crazy. And,
hey, everything bigger in Texas, even the stupidity.
Man, I don't know what we're going to do, but this is hilarious because you can't be mad at these players, man, these teams. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, y'all think just because the owners wants to make money just from the guy and put our health on the line, you got all kind of superstars in all these sports talking about they have no protection. There's not a real plan put in place to ensure their safety. And there's nothing that they really can do other than y'all just stay home.
Listen.
So I'm all for the shits. Like, I want to see more teams do this. I want to see teams like quit at halftime because somebody coughed. Like, I want to see all this kind of stuff. Like, this is the kind of stuff I want to see.
Listen, those players that decided they were going to stay out of the season, they're looking real smart right now. They're looking real smart.
Bro, like I want to see Kawhi get the ball at the top of the key and cough, and the dude just back off and let him go to the lane. That's what I want to see.
You're wrong for that because I would fall out laughing.
Bro, for real. Like I want to see a receiver come off the line and DB cough, and he just, you know what? I ain't running that route. Don't worry about it. I don't want to run through that mist you just put out there full of COVID. Like this is the reality we in, bro.
I would love to see somebody like you said at the top of the key, coughing at the elbow, and then decide they're gonna drive to the hoop and everybody just spread.
Yeah, it's only right. It's only right, bro. It's only right.
Oh my goodness, bro! If I was playing, that'd be something I would try too.
Man, listen,
I'd be faking it all.
Hey, a win is a win any way you can get it, right?
That's what they say. But listen, shout out to Jay Peeps and JC. They do the penalty talk, the Running Gun podcast. They had us on, invited us on the other day. Good show. But they made a statement during the show. And all of a sudden, like I was blessed with this common sense. I'm just waiting for you to get it out because I know you got something smart to say.
No, I'm riding with you there. Go ahead, brother.
All right. So they were saying that there was no way possible for the NFL or NCAA to create a bubble. And I said, that's a bunch of junk. Especially in the NFL. You've got how many conferences? Two.
Yeah.
You've got conferences, you got divisions within that conference. You can play just conference games and you can have them in one central location. But the owners don't want to spend that money to put several teams in one hotel. Now, mind you, in big cities like New York, Chicago, DC, Dallas, LA, you have a plethora of hotels that you can just book.
Right.
Not too far from the stadium, and you have practice facilities that you can schedule time for. But it calls for coordination and spending money to keep your players safe. They could easily do that for the NFL. Shorten the season to 10, 12 games. Just play conference games.
Man, damn all that. They don't need to be playing nothing.
Well, they don't need to be playing.
Yeah.
But they're so greedy.
But this is the good thing about it, because most of these leagues are made up of people that look like me and you. This shit finna get out of hand.
Well, like I used to look. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, the melanated people, right?
Oh,
listen,
yeah.
We don't play by that stuff like that. Like, you do know that we're very... Listen, this whole COVID thing is funny because...
I keep seeing you touch your nose. I'm glad we're social distancing.
We don't... See, there you go. But listen, we don't play by stuff like that. You wasn't at work that one day. I don't think we hired you yet. Back at the old job, we ain't gonna disclose no names and like that. But somebody pretended to sneeze on the back of my neck, bro. I almost died. Like, I was at my computer doing my work, and what they did was they took a spray bottle and it was like at you, but they sprayed the mist on the back of my neck and on my computer screen, bro. When I tell you, at first I could do is freeze like this. Cause I was like, oh, wait a minute. I know this mother didn't just sneeze on the back of my neck, right? Bro, after that, it was like, bro, like this is gonna be a problem. We're gonna move a whole bunch of furniture and stuff in here that ain't supposed to be moving. So then this person that played that joke on me went and played it on my boss. What he didn't know was that my boss don't play
at all.
When he did it, she commenced to kicking his ass. Like, it was almost instant. Like, as soon as the water hit the back of her neck, she just went to overhand rights and hooks. I was like, bro. So the moral of the story is we don't play about stuff like that. You don't get to sneeze and cough and, bro, even with people that I don't know.
Bro.
When somebody coughing and sneezing on COVID in my people be looking like, hey, what the hell wrong with you? Bro. And that's just the way we was raised.
Bro.
So
I used to sit right outside her office. Somebody could walk by and sneeze. And next thing you hear is, you ready to go home? Something wrong?
Yeah, you see, you don't need to be here. This was 10 years ago. This is before COVID showed up. So the moral of the story is they don't need to be playing shit. But what they're gonna
Exactly.
find out is that messing with us, we're gonna mess around and lose some money because we're gonna get ignorant.
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
like, think about that, bro. Like they talking about, oh, we testing every day, blah blah blah. Man, listen, we ain't hear none of that. Bitch sneeze on me, we fighting right now in the middle of the game. Like that's it. You might as well stop the whole game. The quarter is over. Halftime in the mission because we finna test some shit up. This just sneeze on me, bro, and people out here dying. Like we don't play like that, dog. That ain't how I go.
It's gonna turn into a hockey game real quick.
No, it's gonna turn to a fight. That's what it's gonna turn into.
Oh,
Hey, seriously, and she's right. You see, she know.
we don't play. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, man, this what we seeing here though is capitalism at its worst, right? Because there's a segment of the population that have to work, bro. And what we're seeing is that we will sacrifice a human life for the dollar. Now they've been doing this, right, with insurance companies and these different laws they put in place, the food that they force feed us. But it's very plain and out and obvious now, right? You don't have a choice.
Yeah,
You
but
have to work, or you're not going to make any money.
listen. We have a choice, but we choose to go after the bigger dollar. So we'll put ourselves and our family at risk. You don't have to play. They give every player this year an option not to play. Now, if you were smart with your money, since you're making some of them are making millions and millions of dollars, even the ones who are making like $700,000 a year. $700,000 is really more than most workers will make in 20 years working on the job. So if you are smart with your money, then you could have sat out this year. You didn't have to go back and play.
I mean, all that sound good, bro, and
No, it's
you're
realistic.
right. No,
It's realistic.
you're right. But what did we talk about a couple weeks ago? It's a lot of, and listen, this goes back to the whole fighter share premise, right? Of us educating fighters, not just about things that are tangible inside the ring, but life outside the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
These, bro, I think it was like 60% or so of NBA players live check to check. I mean, hey, you say what you want, bro. When you got a whole family and your girl or your wife family and everybody looking at you,
Here's what I say.
man, you better dribble. Your ass better dribble. Or in the famous words of Ice Cube and High Learning, run, nigga, run. So, I mean, hey, what you gonna do?
That's what I say. If you spend all your money and you live in paycheck to paycheck in the NBA,
I mean, I'm assuming that was Red Fox, you big dummy. Is
that
what
was
it
Red Fox. Yeah.
Okay, I don't think the audience could hear. I could barely hear, but I figured that's what you was gonna do. I
Well,
mean,
let me
look,
make this more pertinent to the people. They may understand. This is what I would do if somebody's telling me, "Man, I got to play because I can't afford to feed my family." That's what you get.
powder me up.
That's what you get.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, powder, put a little baby powder in your hand. Like, no, it makes sense. But bro, like these are times we living in, and then you got a whole segment of people that don't even think this thing is real.
Let me tell you, I had a discussion with the Red Belly earlier today. Shout out to the Red Belly.
Shout out to the Red Belly.
We were talking about that, how, people are that he knows are continuing to talk about it's a hoax. My father-in-law, he has a cousin who's a preacher in Selma, Alabama. Last Saturday, I think it was, he buried his wife who died from COVID. The day before the funeral, his son died from COVID. Now they find out that his daughter-in-law's got COVID, and they have 3 children. So when people say it's a hoax, whether it's a man-made strain or not, is real. It's killing people. Because there are no G5 towers out there where his son was living in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. There are no G5 towers out there where he's living outside of Selma. People are getting affected by this and it's happening in great numbers. Now we won't get into the politics of it because there are clear politics behind it, but don't keep saying this is a hoax. I'm not gonna wear a mask. Listen, I I wear a mask at the gas pump. I wear a mask. My wife and I wear a mask in the car sometimes. It's just so when we get out, we don't forget. It's real.
Yeah, listen, before we start getting into combats news, you know, 'cause that's what people tune into us for. Hey man, shout out to Lou Williams, man. You heard about Lou Williams? Listen, that's my dude. Lou Williams act like a real Florida dude last week. He from Atlanta, born and raised. That's great. Lou Williams left Orlando
Mm-hmm.
and went to Atlanta. He went to Magic City.
Right.
He didn't go to Magic City to see the strippers. That ain't what he went for. He went for the quality of food. And I am not mad at Lou Williams for doing that. It was hilarious because more of these stories gonna start coming out. These dudes are adults, man. They're
You know
adults.
I don't. You know I don't use the N word, but that was the time when I was getting ready to drop it.
Man, I'm proud of Lou Williams. For what? Listen, for whatever reason he did it for, it don't even damn matter. He could have wanted to go to the strip club. Magic City's a nice establishment. I've been there once. But, bro, at the end of the day, man, this should not be a problem. You know why? Because they shouldn't be playing.
Listen, Magic City isn't what they try to tell you it is. My cousin went to Magic City and got in a fight with a midget because he didn't want to pay her for a lap dance. He trying to give her half price. I'm telling you, Magic City ain't what they tell you it is. Don't get fooled if you come from out of town because I'm down by law and I know my way around. It's too much.
Magic City was all right with me. Strokers was my personal favorite.
Are we really getting into this discussion?
Listen, Decatur wears great on the east side. Ups was also a good one that you should definitely check out if you ever get a chance, bro. I'm just saying, you know.
I'm through with them days.
Nah.
I'm through. Hey, when we used to work together, I'm telling you, I didn't have to go to the strip club because we met most of them there.
Hey, you gotta chill, bro. All right, moving right along. So, Sean Porter's scheduled to be fighting on Fox on August 22nd. How you feel about that? That's your boy.
Oh, that's your boy. I'm gonna watch it though. It's free.
What I'm trying to figure out is how Sean Porter got on Fox and everybody else on Showtime. But it's not a pay-per-view fight. It's a regular fight. And he's fighting, sources say, unbeaten German welterweight Sebastian Formella. So he's not even there that we know.
Listen, Sean Porter want to fight.
I mean, he ain't finna fight Terrence Crawford, so it don't matter.
With his style of fighting, he creates fans every time he fights. Win or lose, he creates fans.
Yeah. And Caleb Truax is also fighting on that card. Another guy that, you know, we wouldn't think we'd see on the Fox network. So I don't know. I don't understand the logic behind these guys. But I mean, it's good, bro. It's good. I'm here for it.
I'm excited about it, to be honest with you. I'm excited about it. Listen, somebody sent me a fight. I thought it was new. I'm like, wait a minute. I know this fight happened a long time ago. It was an announcement of Broner and Pacquiao fighting.
Yeah. Which eye you saw that with? The good eye or the worst eye?
The one that I hear better out of.
Oh, okay, that one. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, that fight is
I
2 or 3 years too old.
Honestly, it was this.
Yeah, I bet it was.
It's okay. Hey, I was looking at this thing that said 95% of ex-cons wear sunglasses on TV.
Hey,
I thought that was real interesting.
Hey, I'm like your boy on House Party 3, ex-con catering. You stab him, we grab him. I'm here for all that, bro.
Okay,
I'm here for all that.
House Party 3, is that where they had the 3 bitch pie?
Yes, 3 bitch pie now. Yeah, that was House Party 3. Hey,
I've been talking all kinds of stuff on here. Let me straighten up.
Oh yeah, so back to the combat sports. So you know, Sean Porter, you know, he get his little Fox fight. I'm interested to see how that works out though, because like I said, even the co-main event with Caleb Truax and Alfredo Angulo, which, you know, Angulo's a name, but he's not the guy he was 5, 6, 7 years ago. He's just there to get a check. Caleb Truax, I mean, who beat Truax to get their belt back? Was it It wasn't Kid Chocolate, was it? No, him and Kid Chocolate fought
Right. Yeah.
twice. I get all these guys mixed up. I gotta do better. But yeah,
I know
anyway,
you-
Caleb Truax. So we'll see how that goes. Any fight that we get now is a good fight. So
Yeah. Listen, I'm still excited about August 15th. I know we shouldn't start talking about it yet, but Cormier, Miocic, man,
listen,
That's
I'm excited. I'm excited as hell for that. I am excited as hell for that.
that's gonna be a good fight, bro. I'm telling you, that's gonna be one of them fights that, yeah, you look at later and go, man, this could have been the fight of the decade.
It's gonna be a good one, bro. Like I'm excited about it right now. I'm excited about it right now, and we still got 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks.
Listen, I already told my wife, hey, the fight comes on the 15th, so I'm probably gonna be inviting some people over.
Yeah,
on the 15th.
Yeah. That's the thing. Hey, breaking news. Dana Stubblefield, remember him? Defensive end for the 49ers.
Yes.
Yes. Well, Dana, yep, you already know what's coming, right? Facing multiple counts, raping a disabled woman at gunpoint who
Wait a minute. Stop.
was interviewing to be his babysitter for his children.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. That Dana Stubblefield, Pro Bowl,
Stop
defensive end.
Please.
Yep.
Please. I'm a comedian. Please. Don't.
Yeah. First of all, why are you robbing? Why do you have a disabled woman at gunpoint? First of all, where is she going?
Just lock her chair.
Yeah, where is she going? When you pull a gun on her for what, bro? She's disabled. Where's she going?
Chair. Or push her down.
What you pulling a gun on her for, bro? That charge is so unnecessary. Like Dana, I mean,
Listen.
You're a terrible person if you're found guilty of doing these things that they say you did, and you deserve everything they do to you. But before we get that far, why did you pull a gun on a disabled woman?
What was the disability?
I don't, and you know that's my next move, right? Now I want to know what a disability was, and
there's one disability I can understand you pulling the gun on. If she stuttered, because it just takes her too long to give you an answer.
I just watched Harlem Nights like last week, right? Yeah. Don't take this ass from per person.
No, when he was out there trying to catch the cab.
Thank you, Ray.
I literally was in the movie theater with tears filling my eyes. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah, but Dana Stubblefield gotta do better, bro. Like that. I mean, what?
I ain't gonna lie.
What?
If I'm the judge, part of his sentence is gonna be being pistol whipped right there in the courtroom.
Yeah, that's so bad. Like
you don't rape anybody, but a disabled person. I mean, you don't have to pull a gun. Just tell her, hey, I ain't gonna need it.
And let's be fair about this. She probably doesn't have many suitors. So she might have been. I said she probably doesn't. I didn't say she didn't. I said she probably doesn't, which means that she would have probably let you take it for a test drive, just see if she liked it. She probably wouldn't have had to, complain. But you went and got all Brody on the bro and pulled a pistol and got all rough with her.
Well, listen, you assume because she's disabled, she doesn't have many suitors. It depends on what her disability is. Like,
you want to give us a list of ones that you think we overlook? Give me some disabilities that you think general men would overlook. I'm waiting on this, please. This is where you earn your money. Let's hear it.
It depends on how fine she is. If she's really fine, you'll get roller sex real quick.
How fine can she be if she's confined to a chair?
Really?
Because what that means is she's disabled, right? Uh-huh. So if she's in a chair, that means she probably can't walk, right?
Right. Do you need to walk during sex?
No, but what I'm saying is,
I'm listening.
If you can't walk, then your muscles probably have atrophied. So as you would have been fine if you could walk, those muscles have since deteriorated.
My brother, stop. You're sounding horrible right now.
How?
realistically, women who are disabled from the waist down. You ever see a woman with her legs crossed in the wheelchair who takes the time and takes the time to lotion herself, and they look. Only thing different is they're not getting up and walking to you. They look just as fine. They can dress nice. They put themselves together, and they
So
got
you
strong arms.
so you do understand
Uh-huh.
that when you're paralyzed,
Mhm.
that is a side effect or a byproduct of your paralysis. Your
Right.
muscles no longer work, so they draw up and shrivel up. So you don't look the same as you would if you could
But
walk.
you have, just because you're in a wheelchair, you have different levels of paralysis. You may not be 100% below the waist, but it just may be a point where it just hurts you to walk.
Oh, like if she paralyzed like below her knee?
Yes.
Oh,
Not just, but you could have like trouble with your veins. You could have trouble with your muscles.
but listen, you're talking about something different. I just went with paralysis
No,
because
I've,
no, we don't know.
I've
That's
met women. I've seen women at parties, especially being in the theater and the film community. You see
uh
women at cocktail parties, release
uh
parties. So
uh
I've seen some in wheelchairs. I'm like,
uh.
because it caught my eye. I'm like, wow.
Oh, so you're admitting that you look at women in wheelchairs?
I have seen women in wheelchairs, and some of them do
Was
look
this
good.
before your vision got?
First of all, my vision. First of all, my vision was good enough to pull the lady I'm with now. I put her up against anybody.
Shane, I'm talking about the one that was in the chair that you was looking at when you was in your theater days. That's the one I'm talking
It goes
about.
back to the same situation. If my vision was good enough to find her, it was good enough to see that girl in that wheelchair.
Well, I don't know. We making light of the situation, but in all seriousness, though, Dana Stubblefield is a complete monster if he's found guilty
Yeah,
of the things that he did. And
I mean, what if it was worse than
I
that?
mean, but not even that, your children, bro. Like you were interviewing her for a job to be a sitter for you.
Can you
Now you're
imagine
never
how
gonna
that
not,
interview went, though?
now you're never gonna see your kids again. Cause what, bro?
You imagine how that interview went? Because there had to be some substance in his system, or he's just that stupid. Were you sitting there talking to the girl, talking about, "Hey, that's a nice cane. So what night you available to come babysit the children?" Yeah. Okay. Now that the interview is over, why don't you go ahead and take the clothes off? I mean,
Right.
it had to be something creepy like that, because this guy, Dana Stubblefield, oh my goodness, and now it's coming back to me who exactly he is. Them rings ain't gonna help you now, because you're gonna have these
Yeah.
to go with them. And they don't treat y'all well in prison. So, did he rape her, or did he attempt to?
Based on what I saw, no, he's found guilty of raping a disabled woman.
Oh snap! You gone, bro, and you're gonna get what you deserve.
Yeah.
And she's
Um.
interviewing her to watch your kids. What clicked in his head?
Now. Well, he probably CTE. He probably took one too many shots to the head. But I would say this. Now, what if she was just mentally delayed?
See, that's what I was trying to say, but he went on to something else. That's even worse. Mentally
Nah.
delayed. What is mentally delayed? Like it takes an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes? What is mentally delayed?
Mm. Mm. Meanwhile,
You should have jumped off that.
your boy
Why you always giving me who?
Mike Perry is back in the news today.
Stop. Everybody needs to know that the Badger and Mike Perry have a professional relationship. And he's always trying to push him off on me. Mike Perry will come seek him out at a fight to give him whatever news Mike Perry has.
I don't know about all that, but his ex-girl, the Platinum Princess, took to social media and said that she's done being silent. What happened to her is what happened is not okay. It's never acceptable. It's still happening every day to others. It's time for someone to speak up, be brave, and tell the truth. I'm ready to talk. Who's ready to listen? At Joe Rogan and at your boy Ariel Helwani.
What happened?
Yeah, well, shit. That's what I'm trying to figure out from you. Yeah, that's your boy. Call him and see what happened.
That's your boy. You got his number.
I don't.
And
But
bro, who is Charlton Dwayne Weathers?
oh, that's my sister's brother. She's probably trying to tag him to tune into the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. I don't know how to feel about that, man. What Mike done got himself into now? Before we go too far, I talked to Mike's coach a couple weeks ago when I was over there.
That's his
And
girlfriend.
well, that used to be his girl. You know, he got the young chick now.
Yeah.
That was in the ring with him. But
Yeah.
remember, the Platinum Princess was the chick, the blonde chick he was with for all those years.
Oh yeah.
He's not with her anymore, right? He got this new 19-year-old, however old this chick is, right? So she ready to talk, man. I don't know.
We need to get her on the show.
No, we do not.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We need to get her on here. Don't be scared. What you running from?
Don't play with white women. I'm good on that. No, let her give that story to them people that want to hear it first. Then we'll get it on the other end. Not getting in that fight.
Huh.
Nah.
That's crazy. But,
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see
I
what
mean,
she
it's
got to
not
say.
like we're gonna be in the room with her. We're social distancing.
Make it happen, then, bro. Reach out.
You got the information. I don't have it.
There you go. That's what you do. Push it off on me. Go ahead, bro. You got it. You got it.
You send me the information, I'll make the call.
Okay. All right, I got you. Let's bet on that.
And don't send me a Domino's number.
I got a boy for you. Your boy, Mick Foley. That is your boy. That is your boy.
No teeth? Go ahead. What?
Yeah. He posted today is a perfect day to lose some followers. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hey. Bro, people speaking out. I mean, people that you wouldn't even expect.
Yeah. That,
Seems like a good as day as any to lose followers. Hashtag Black Lives Matter, bro.
you got to understand, Mick Foley cut his teeth in the South.
That's what I'm talking about.
He came in to wrestling as Cactus Jack Manson.
Yes, sir.
And, he was in the UWF. He was in World Class Championship Wrestling. First place I saw him out of Dallas, Texas, the Von Erichs company. And that's where I first saw him. But he did Mid-South. I mean, I don't think he came through Florida Championship Wrestling. He may have, but I think he went right from World Class. He transitioned into WCW for a little bit.
Okay.
And then he made his way to the WWF at the time, not WWE. And he had to find different gimmicks and prove to McMahon he needed to stay there. Even though he was very talented, he didn't have the body shape that McMahon was ever looking for. Because you look at him,
he was just a guy. He was just a guy.
He's just big. But if you ever see him in person, he's big.
Oh, he's a big dude. You can tell he's a big dude, but he's just
6'4", 6'3".
He's just
big.
Not a very muscular guy. Yeah.
What? No, he's like the schmoo.
That's what I'm saying. He's just a guy.
But he could move, and he could take a bump, man.
Mm-hmm.
When he came through the top of the steel cage at Hell in the Cell, they plan some things aren't planned. When the camera focused in on him, and you could see him pushing his teeth out the way that he just lost. That gained him all kinds of following.
Yeah.
But wow. Yeah, I'm with you, Mick.
Yeah, I mean, people, they coming out the woodwork with it, man.
Look, when he got out of wrestling by writing a children's book and then some other books, and they went to bestsellers, it was like, you look at some of these guys and you're like, he wrote a book?
Yeah.
But they do. I
mean, Kobe was writing books, children's books.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, people, sometimes we get caught up in the facade of who people are, but sometimes it may be a little deeper than that, man.
Well, look,
and I think wrestlers, bar none, because they're everything they do is pretty much a premise on a gimmick, right? They're these characters.
Yeah.
But I'm sure a lot of them dudes are deep, man. If anybody ever cared to find out.
Well, that one John Bradshaw Layfield, he made the news back in the early 2000s because he made millions in the stock market, like millions, like
Uh,
and he went on one of the talk shows, and right after that, all of a sudden, his whole character changed because he was with Ron Simmons with his hair slicked back and greased and black, and next thing you know, he's got this blonde hair. They changed his gimmick altogether when the world found out that this man was a financial wizard on Wall Street.
mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't his education, but you just have a knack for something, and he didn't want to wrestle for the rest of his life. Smart.
Yeah, that's true.
I still wish I had followed my gimmick and gotten into business, but then I wouldn't have met you. So, I might have been on an island somewhere instead of up this time of night doing this show. So, it works out well.
What would your gimmick have been? I'm curious.
No, I already told you about that.
I was going somewhere else with it, but okay. So moving right along.
I know.
Vasil Lomachenko,
Vasily,
Vasily, and Teofimo Lopez, October 3rd.
Yes, sir.
Is it set in stone? Is it gonna happen? Maybe you should call your homeboy Carl Moretti and find out for us from Top Rank. You got plugs over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please understand that when this man pushes people off on me that they're my boy, you got to understand he's been some of everywhere, and he has all these connections, and he's just throwing it in my face that I don't have all the connections that he has. So, I know you meant to do it at the Playboy Mansion, so why don't you just give him a call and find out if it's going to be on or if it's one of those things that they're just using for hype.
Since we got my sister on the show, who probably loves Roy Jones Jr. more than she loves me, let's talk about how Roy could potentially get beat down by Mike Tyson in this exhibition match, because I'm sure she'd like to hear that.
Time out. Sis, I ain't seen you in a long time, except on Facebook or Instagram, and I love you dearly. I really do. And you made a lot of wise choices in life, but to still follow Roy Jones during this fight isn't gonna be one of them. I still love you though. I do. Time in.
I just wanted to go there a little bit. We ain't gonna get too far into that conversation. We got many weeks before we have that conversation, but I just want to throw it out there so that way she knows that.
Beat the hair out of his hair.
So I just want to let her know that I'm aware that her future is fighting, and that might end up being his past because he might not make it outside of the match. So that might be it for Roy. Might have to really put a fork in it. But yeah, so back to this Lomachenko Teofimo fight. Is this gonna happen, bro? What you think? Like they had a date, they had a couple of dates, right? I think the initial date may have been in August. They had a date in September. Now they say in October. We know they want to make the fight happen, but that's a pay-per-view fight. We've come to find out that you don't need people in the seats to sell pay-per-view, which we knew that already. We were already ahead of that train. So are they gonna make it happen or what? Or are they just blowing smoke?
I think they're gonna make it happen. They need something big. When and I said I was gonna put the lineup up here tonight, and I didn't, so I apologize. But when PBC and Showtime announced the third quarter and how big those fights were and how they're spaced and just the level of competition, right now Bob Arum needs something big. He needs a quality fight, and that's a quality fight. That's a fight that's that would bring people to the pay-per-view. So yeah, it has to happen. It may not happen on October 3rd, but right now there's really nothing else going on October 3rd that would keep it from happening. So I see the fight happening.
Right. I hope it does. We need to see that fight. That whole landscape at 135, you got 4 or 5 guys, man. They all ready to kind of get it on. It kind of starts with them. I think once you get the Vasil Teofimo fight, I think then you start seeing dominoes fall for these other fights. You already got Ryan Garcia.
Vasily.
Huh?
The man's name is Vasily. Vasily, High-Tech
Lomachenko. It all smell hella bad. You know what I'm talking about. But
this is why we get in trouble with names.
I think that
rename you since I can't say it. Go ahead.
I think that if that fight happens, then it cascades these other fights. I mean, we already got Ryan Garcia um, against Luke Campbell.
Mhm.
So I mean, this fight needs to happen. And you gotta remember, how old is Lomachenko now? He's in his 30s, right?
Yeah, like 32, 34. Might be 36, but I don't think he's that old. I think he's like 32 or 34.
Hey man,
He
it's
might
going to
be
get
30.
interesting.
It's
It's
gotta
going to get
happen.
interesting.
It's gotta happen.
It's got to happen soon.
Yeah, because if
Yeah.
Lopez beats him, then this is my opinion. If Lopez beats Lomachenko, the best thing Lomachenko can do at that point is retire. That would be ultimately the best move if you care about your legacy. Why? Because they say was he undefeated as an amateur, or he had like
well, I don't know if he was undefeated, but he only had a handful of losses. I know that, like literally a handful.
1 to 3? I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
But he won like 390 so.
Yeah, he had 400 plus amateur fights.
Yeah. So realistically, as a pro, you lost your first professional fight, which is against a world champion. I mean, I don't see if you lose the Lopez this time, I don't see you ever beating him. So unless you're going to drop or move or go for some other, just retire. Become a commentator. Go off into the sunset.
Yeah.
But that would be my advice to him. He won't. Listen, your president and your governor of Florida have decided that schools should reopen, brick and mortar. And the superintendent of Hillsborough Schools is riding their job with no Vaseline. So he's right up in there. The problem is none of these people have children in public schools. DeSantis has a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. And he was asked, if your children were old enough, would you send them to, I would. Trump's son was released today, goes to St. Andrew's Episcopal. And guess what? They're not reopening because they care for the safety. And this is what they said. Because of the safety of the students, they're not reopening. So you're making the public schools reopen, but you're not going to touch the private schools.
Yeah.
This man needs to be beaten with a special type of whip. He really does. And everybody following suit needs to line up and take that same whip. The same whip that y'all use to beat Toby, they need to turn and beat y'all with.
Toby.
And I'll be Black Sam.
Hey, did you hear the comments that George Foreman made in regards to his concern about Roy and Mike fighting?
No.
Me neither. I was hoping you had so we could talk about it, but I just saw it, but I didn't have a chance to read it. I mean, George is
he still trading Wilder?
That's a good question. I don't know. We haven't heard anything about him, and Wilder just got done doing a photo shoot for some magazine, so we don't know what's going on with that. I think Wilder's doing the best thing right now, which is get his mental health together.
What was his photo shoot for? Head and Shoulders?
No, that's funny. No, I don't know what it was for, but either way, this is the best move for him to get his mental together, because he's gonna need everything he got. Whenever that fight happens, he's gonna need everything he got to beat this dude.
Why don't you reach out and get an interview with Wilder?
Because he said he only talked to you.
No, bro. You're the one on tape. If you look back through our interviews, family, you will hear his voice interviewing Deontay Wilder on the Fighter Share. Go to our YouTube page, look back. You can put in Fighter Share, Deontay Wilder. And you can find the interview that he got with Deontay Wilder. Man won't talk to me, but he'll talk to him. Something about the hat and glasses.
You gotta relax, bro.
That's what he said. He said it hypnotizes him. Watch the interview. Deontay's like this.
Are you implying that's how he looked during the fight?
No, during the fight, he looked like this.
Don't do my boy like that, man. Don't do my boy. Don't do wild.
I'm still listen. Anybody that says, you know what, I'm so proud of this bronze medal, and I'm not joking this time. That I'm gonna call myself the bronze bomber. Hey, he's proud of every accomplishment he's reached in life. He's that he's
Yeah.
been able to do it. And I look at people like that, and I admire them because sometimes we overlook things because it wasn't what the world says we should have achieved.
Right.
Like he had a scholarship at University of Alabama, left to start fighting and take care of his daughter. So, you know,
Yeah. So, in other news, before we wrap this thing up, how do you feel about?
Wait a minute.
Hey man, take it up with the man. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Wait a minute. What was he referring to?
I don't know. You gotta ask him off camera.
The heck is wrong with you, man?
So Chris Brown is back in the news. But it's okay this time because he said that the only versus battle he's gonna do is Chris Brown versus Chris Breezy. I was okay with that until somebody threw a Hail Mary and it stuck. And they said Chris Brown versus Usher. And I said, you know what? That's a R&B. That's a versus battle I would like to see.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
and
I mean, the crazy woman beater versus the guy spreading herpes. That would be a real good versus battle. That would be awesome. That would be, yes. Let's line up for this one. Come on. What you got? What else you got?
And here we are. So, story time with Brew. It's that time of the show, guys.
Man, I don't really have. Listen. I don't really have a good one this time. I don't. It's weird. I was looking at. No. I was looking at a show and I heard this children's joke and I said, I'm bringing this children's joke because it's going to really mess him up. And I said, no, I can't do that to my boy. I can't do that. So I tell my daughter the joke, right? Because it's a children's joke. And my daughter is well beyond 4.5, okay? Chronologically, that's what she is, chronologically.
Yeah, she done been here before, though. Yeah, she ain't.
So I tell her, I said, hey, Pooh, what do cookies put on their bed before they go to sleep? And she said, what kind of cookies? Are they on my tablet? Are they in the oven? What? I said, no. What kind of cookies what would cookies put on their bed before they go to sleep? And she says, I don't know, Daddy. I don't know. What? And you got to, because she got beads in her hair today. So
so I already know how that go. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So I said, a cookie sheet. And she looked at me,
bro,
and she said, it was for a kid, right? She looked at me and she says, I don't get it. And I'm going back to watch my tablet. I was done, bro. I was done. Listen, that's what it was, a joke between I heard on TV and I told my daughter, and she had her headphones on, and it was like, you had me pull my headphones off for this. Put the headphones right back on.
Yeah, like you just took up 2 minutes of our lives and we'll never get back. So I feel on that.
Have I told you about Zappy?
I'm with you, Pooh. Please, no more Zappy.
Oh, he said Trump. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, I'm your son. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand.
Your father's a wise man.
Yeah. Just like a donkey. A real wise ass. Yes, he is a wise man.
Oh, man.
Look, man. In all seriousness, I hope you guys caught the televised where they carried John Lewis's body across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. I talked about it yesterday on the Fighter Share Report, which you can catch every Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. And then come on like you did tonight to catch the Beatdown every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11 p.m. But it was a very momentous occasion and a signature moment in America because when you look at how he was received by one section, yet the Badgers president says when they bring his body to DC, he's not even going to see him there. So it lets you know how far they want us to think we've come, but how far we still have yet to go. And it's not going to happen by waiting. We got to get out and be seen and be heard. We don't have to succumb to what they tell us we need to be. We know who we are and who we need to be. So we need to get out there and be active and take what is rightfully ours. You don't have to kick the door in and shoot people. It's there. The stuff that really makes us better is free. Hey, what's on people?
Very well said. What we got tonight? We got oh, that would be Anthony Tony Stark. Iron Man 3.
Yes, that was a good one.
Yeah, Iron Man 3.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, good old Tony, man.
Good old Tony Stark.
Yeah, man, he's a good guy. Good guy.
You look at his career, man. Robert Downey Jr.
Talking about an arc, right?
Because you think about the trouble he got in the late 80s and early 90s.
Early 90s, yeah, man.
And then he came back with Ally McBeal, and it was on Lifetime. So he didn't really do much, but then he ended up in a couple of movies that you would be like, what? Like Undercover Brother.
Who was in Undercover Brother?
He was the villain.
That was him?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then he did a couple more spots, and then he gets Iron Man.
Who no one thought was going to do what it did because we had forgot about Blade, which actually got Marvel out of debt. And then the Incredible Hulk was okay. So nobody expected that to be what it was. And, well, 12 years later, 13 years later.
A franchise.
Yeah.
Because it lends him right into the Avengers.
Yep.
I mean, you talk about a career and then to go out the way he did.
Yep.
Hey, I still say Wakanda forever. Wakanda. Hey, man, this has been a great show.
Yeah, man.
I want to give a shout out to my pops and Miss Jones. Gotta give a shout out, man. But I'll let you do that because I was just the guy she used to throw pennies in his hat when I was standing on the street and she'd ride by in that big 300.
300 floating on water, baby. Floating on water.
It was funny because never mind. I had mentioned to one of our coworkers, I said, before I worked here, only people I knew that drove those 300s were either pimps or ex-pimps.
Might be on to something.
Nope. Not even going to take that ride. Although she does have the aptitude.
I'm just saying.
She could do it. She could do it.
Don't ever underestimate a country girl.
Carry my bag. Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing else to go get me in trouble. So,
man, we appreciate everybody for running with us, man. Definite big shout out to my sis, man, for joining in, the one and only Prashetta Jones. Pops always showing love and support. Friday Show Nation, we appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all checking in on all your family, checking in on your people. It's a tough time out here, man, and it ain't like it's gonna get any easier. I want to give a special shout out to a young man named Garrett Foster, who lost his life, I think 2 nights ago, protesting at a Black Lives Rally out in Texas and Austin. Garrett was a dope man, not just because he was protesting Black Lives Matter, but because he was killed protecting his girlfriend, who was a quadruple amputee. Drops Mike Garrett was white, and his quadruple amputee girlfriend was black. He probably won't get credit in the news. You won't hear his name, but I just want to let him know that we salute him on this show, man, and we just need more good people out in the world. So shout out to him. Father Share Nation, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Make sure y'all catch us on the Beatdown tomorrow, Tuesday at 11 p.m., and then Thursday at 11 p.m., and the Fighter Share Report Wednesday and Sunday at 7 p.m., and then next Monday, the Beatdown again at 11 p.m. That's pretty much all we got, man. So Fighter Show, appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. We out of here. Peace.